Hey guys, welcome in. Hopefully things are working the way that they should be, or the way that I expect them to be. I'm trying to test out some stuff. So yeah, this is the first time. This is the first time that I am actually live on YouTube, as well as Twitch and stuff. I just wanted to give it a shot to see where it goes. Hopefully things are running the way that they should be. So you guys should be able to hear some background music and my voice. So if you guys don't hear that stuff, just let me know. What's up, Nomis? How you doing? How is everything? As you guys can see, Biscotti is dressed up for Halloween. She's getting ready to sharpen her pencils and work on this piece for Spider Gwen. Yeah, I know. It's so different than what I was doing before. I was previously kind of doing mostly Hololive stuff, right? But I just felt like it. Like, I don't know. It came out of nowhere. Like my brain just like was kind of like, yeah, draw this, and then we decided to do this. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all having a great evening. Whoa, my hat, my Mario costume hat is kind of off of my head for some reason. Hold on, let me see if I. It's not quite hooked up. Let's just say. It's just kind of floating there. But maybe that's the trick, right? It's the ghost the ghost Mario hat. But yeah. But I am trying. I am trying to expand out a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see where this goes. I do not know 100% if this will be a good thing for me, but it doesn't hurt to give it a shot. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah. Hopefully now. Actually, I've got to redo this hand a little bit because it's not looking that great. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let's see. So my sketching is very strange. So don't worry, chat. Okay, so technically we've got the thumb there, right? Then we've got the wrinkle here, and then the wrinkle here. Okay, so actually he should probably have his fingers coming out, one from there, right? Yeah, he's got really long and spindly fingers. But we shall see. It's not the first time for me to draw something like Spider-Man, but it's the first time in a while that I've drawn a Spider-Man related item. And it just kind of came out of nowhere, like, to be honest. Like, I wasn't really planning on doing it. It just kind of was like, you know what? I just feel like it right now, because I'm doing a lot of VTuber artwork and stuff like that. So and then plus it's like Halloween, and yeah, granted this is not really Halloween themed, okay? Like but I just wanted to do something a little bit different before I go back to my usual stuff. So we shall see. But yeah, I still plan on drawing a fan art of Nerissa from Hololive. Next, that's probably the next thing that I'm gonna do after this, right? And I'm also working on a little bit of a special image too. Because pretty soon after Halloween, it is actually me and Mooney's birthday. Surprise, chat! We have the same exact birthday. And so I've been working on a little bit of a sketch for that, and I do want to finish it like beforehand, right? Like originally I was gonna start it on our birthday, but it like Mooney kind of pointed out to me, like, it doesn't really make sense for me to do it after the fact. Maybe I should do it and finish it by then. So I'm just kind of like, okay, that makes sense, So hopefully that'll come out good. But otherwise, lately I've just been kind of spending my time, biding my time before I go back to Bounty Hunterville, and because that's gonna be coming soon. That's like we're about a month away from my trip from back from Cappy Town to Bounty Hunterville. So like in about a month's time, I'm gonna be on the move again. Which is not a bad thing. Like I've got to go home. I gotta go home eventually, right? So when that happens, there might be like a day or two where well, actually, let me think about that. No, I won't miss a stream. I actually won't miss a stream by doing that. I because the day that I will be traveling will not be one of my streaming days. So that's good. That's good. Right? So I'm gonna be doing that, and then when I get back to Bounty Hunterville, we're just gonna go back to the usual and stuff like that. Though I won't have my admittedly I won't have my PC with me, right? Like, so a lot of the problems that I was having with arting in Bounty Hunterville is because I didn't have my PC. Now, I did originally have some plans to move my PC with me to Bounty Hunterville, right? Like, and my equipment. But actually, it's not going to be quite that possible due to a whole lot of logistics stuff that's going to prevent me from doing that, right? Like, on the immediate, right? So I can't do that. But my laptop is actually fully capable. I've been actually sketching and drawing little by little on my laptop for quite a bit. I got a what was it called? I got the Huion Canvas, the Canvas 13, and it is actually very good. Like it has more than like made up for me not having my Cintiq 24 I've in my trials with it. Okay, so I've been kind of testing it out for a bit, and it's just like, it's not perfect. There is a part of it that feels like it's got a little bit of parallax, like meaning like the screen is not right on top of where it's lifted off a little bit, right, of the glass that's underneath it, right? So there's a tiny bit of it that doesn't feel like exactly where, when I put the pen down, it's not the exact point where I'm putting the pen down. But I think that's okay because I can work around it, actually. Like I've been able to work around it, and the most important thing for me is that I am able to like use Clip Studio and not just like freak the heck out whenever I see the notification, right? Like I've been having with Clip Studio on iPad, right? Steve, what's up? I can't hear where it be. Does the booba exist, Steve? I wonder, where does the booba exist? As Mooney has mentioned, she does have the boob pockets in her costume. She does have the boob pockets. Yeah. I know, okay, granted, I know she's not usually drawn quite so top heavy. She's definitely not usually drawn in that way, but it's more of an anime influence and anime styled artwork, so we're letting certain things go because of that. And like, hey, look, she might be top heavy, but Spidey's got the cake. So it's okay. We're not forgetting everyone. There's a little something for everyone. And then I think I'm gonna draw like Miles back here somewhere. I honestly like, okay. Originally I wasn't gonna do this as a Spider-Verse image because the thing is, the version of Gwen that I'm drawing here is not the version of Gwen from Spider-Verse. She doesn't have that hairstyle, nor does she have some of the, like the headphones anymore and stuff like that. I originally had her with it. I wanted to draw her more like the Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider from Earth 65 from the comics version, right? So like obviously if you have Peter there, it's fine, right? And I wasn't gonna draw him as Peter B. Parker. So, but then I was like, well, maybe if I draw like Miles over here, but then I wanted to draw Spider-Ham somewhere in there too, right? And then I was like, well, if we have Spider-Ham, we're gonna have to have Penny. So I was thinking about drawing Penny, like, standing on top of one of the buildings over here, like, very, very far in the distance. So it ended up becoming, like, a Spider-Verse, image anyway. Like, it wasn't originally supposed to be, but, like, even the version of Doc Ock that I have, indicated here with the arms and stuff like that, right, is more like along the lines of the original 616 one, right? You need Spider-Man Noir. You see, like, I can add Noir somewhere on one of the rooftops, like in the distance. Like maybe you can see the silhouette of his hat and then just like his eyes popping out or something like that. I can do that, right? But it was originally not meant to be a Spider-Verse themed image. Like I really was trying to just do one that had like Spider Gwen in it and that's it. And then I was like, well, I don't want to draw all the bad guys out there because like some of the suggestions that I heard from some of my friends was like, oh, you could draw like some of the bad guys and stuff like that, right? Like originally, like one of my friends actually suggested I put like Rhino or something back there, right? And it's like, that's a pretty good idea, but do I want to do that? That was the problem. It's like, did I want to draw Rhino? Not really. I didn't want to draw Rhino. And, like, you know, it just escalated from that point. Like this image just completely escalated to something that it wasn't before. And now I've come full circle of drawing something that might be Spider-Verse related, but not really. Like again, originally, oh my god, that just looks really wrong. Hold on, guys. Like, Onegai Muscle is right. By the way, can you guys hear the background music? Is it too loud? Is it okay level? I'm actually experimenting with being on not just Twitch today. I am also on YouTube. So if you guys look for me on Fiercest Bard at YouTube, you might actually spot me, You might actually spot me. Let me just make a simpler... Yeah, because I think I was going a little overboard with the hand here. This is supposed to be a background character. The details should not matter as much with the background characters, so I'm going a little overboard with Peter here. See? Like, ultimately, like, that's kind of how big it is. Viewing through Twitch, though? Oh, nice. You can hear it just fine? It's good? Okay. If it isn't the Toby suit, I don't want... The Toby suit... Okay. Like, I will tell you something, Steve. Like, I have attempted to try to draw the raised webbing on the Toby suit before. I've actually tried to do that one time before, and it's not the hardest thing now, like, with the way that the tools work on Clip Studio, right? Like, it's not the hardest thing to do, but damn, does it take up time. Holy crap, man. It's because you gotta actually think about the lighting on the raised webbing and stuff like that, right? So a lot of the movie Spider-Man suits now have the raised webbing look, ever since Tobey's suit had it. So Andrew Garfield's suit from Spider-Man 2 actually has it, right? Just slightly. And then, like, I think now the new Tom Holland suit from the supposedly like they did a reveal, and the Tom Holland suit actually does have the raised webbing on it. Like, it's just barely there, but it is there. It no longer has that dotted texture on it though. But so you're going for a more Tom suit then? Yeah, more like the Tom Holland. I forgot what they called it. It's like at with No Way Home, like at the end of they had a name for it. I actually have the figure for it too. And I forgot what they called the suit, but it had a specific name. Now let's see. Like, how should Miles? Actually, I don't even know what Miles's suit looks like. That's the problem. That's the real problem here. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Well, I would think that Miles' suit would be kind of easy to do. Spider-Punk? Oh no, we're going all the way. Are we gonna have 2099 there too with Spider-Punk? And like, is this what's happening? Now I know sometimes they draw Miles. He has a jacket, right, with a hood too. Like it's sort of like a blue-gray jacket that. I think that's the Into the Spider-Verse version where he has the jacket. But again, I might just draw him in the black and red suit. Non-vampire version. We don't need no Spider-Verse vampires here. I was thinking the one in the far looked like the Spider-Punk kinda. Maybe, right? Like, you know? The possibilities are there. Okay, let's just kind of, you know, like draw a little indication of a Spider-Man somewhere over here, and then let's just give him a pose that's not like, you know, raging with arms up like that. That's just like because that's more like the Hulk. Oh, you know what? Maybe rather than having his head like... Okay, I think I know. He's gonna be looking the other way. He's gonna be looking the other way, so... So his neck will come out there. Just to give us position. Okay. So if you guys have ever wondered if I can draw male characters, right? It's not something that I do a whole lot, for sure, right? But I'm not completely helpless when it comes to that. Let's just say. So, you know. Let's see. Then we'll position his hips a little bit on this side. He's a little bit twisted. Because you can't be a Spider-Man without breaking all your ligaments and your joints to do a swing, okay? You just can't be. That's just like the Spider-Man thing, right? Like, you gotta break like your bones in order to get yourself into a swinging like look. Actually, there was a thing about that, right? Like, if you actually tried to swing as Spider-Man style with the velocity that he actually swings at and stuff like that, right? Like, apparently you'll just tear your arms out of your sockets. Like, I don't know if that's true. I'm not like a physicist or anything like that, but apparently this is a thing that happens. Like, I wonder if anybody knows if that's true. Like, has anybody ever tested that? Oh, please don't. If you can test it, please do not. Like, if it's true, like, you're just gonna be an armless dude, and then, you know, you're just or you know, whatever, right? Like, you're just gonna be hurt. Like that's just asking to be in pain. Okay, we're gonna go leg up here because why not? And then ball of the heel, feet up. Yeah, the first time I ever saw Spider-Man was, I think I've told this story before, but the first comic I ever had was actually a Spider-Man comic. It was an issue of Amazing Spider-Man where he fought Cardiac. this dude named Cardiac. He was like a vigilante that went around like, and he would like shock people with a stick. Like that was literally his gimmick. He would like shock dudes to death with a stick, and he was like a vigilante, right? So like Spider-Man obviously didn't like him too much because like Spider-Man's one of those heroes that doesn't ever like like he's gonna punch the villains and stuff like that, but he's not looking to take them out forever, right? Like he's not looking to unalive anybody. That like that's not Spider-Man. But like Cardiac was a whole different thing. He was just kind of like vengeance the entire thing. I remember like the issue was like Spider-Man trying to stop him from getting some kind of corporate criminal that apparently deserved what was coming to him. So like he didn't want Cardiac to get this guy. I forgot how it ended though. Like I don't recall the details of the actual issue. And there we go. We got him. We got him during the swing off of off panel. And then he'll have tiny fingers in the distance here and stuff like that, so okay. I mean, there's some things that we have to change about the proportions there, like quite clearly, but his head is probably not as big as that, for sure, but let's go with it, But yeah, I've been on this kick of drawing more poses like ridiculous things like this as of late. I've been kind of trying a lot of things to level up for a while now and stuff like that, and I'm starting to see some of it like happen, right? Like some of my training arc is coming to fruition here, and it's starting to help. And like I'm hoping that this will continue, right? Like I know a lot of people worry about when their art starts to kind of plateau in a lot of ways, like their progress, I should say. I've been actually feeling like that for a while now, like where I feel like I've kind of plateaued a little bit in where I was and stuff. So like I'm hoping some of this is actually helping me to kind of break out of that rut a little bit. So that's why you're seeing me doing all sorts of like more experimentally weird things that I wouldn't normally draw. I mean, it's not so experimental, right? Like I'm still drawing like the usual stuff that I'm doing, right? So it's not all out there, like, completely. Okay, let's see. Then we got add a little bit there, a little bit there. Yeah, and I'm giving them more of that superhero style proportions in terms of like their musculature and stuff like that, though I'm still also trying to keep them like quite lanky, right? Because like Spider-Man's never really drawn like a muscular dude. Like neither of the Spider-Man actually are really drawn that way. For quite a bit, like they tend to draw Spider-Man like a lot more like longer limbed, I guess, right? And not quite skinny, but like he definitely looks a whole lot more flexible than, like, you know, being like this huge beefcake looking Captain America style dude, right? So I'm trying to keep that with the, even though these guys are all the way back here, and it's like you can barely even make out the details of them in the distance. And you know, that's gonna be the trick, right? When you draw characters in the back this far away, uh secret, you don't need to detail them all that much, because like, realistically speaking, look how small he's gonna be on this. So, like, you know, he's not really gonna show up too much. So let's see how we doing this. Yeah, and I made his head a whole lot smaller and in a different position than where I sketched it. Another art secret. You don't have to follow your sketch. It's just the you know, it's the blueprint, but it doesn't mean that you have to follow it so religiously, right? Like, um if that kind of makes sense, right? But yeah, I guess we're gonna add some of the others, right? Like, again, wasn't originally going for an Into the Spider-Verse image here, but it's just kind of become that. And this is like the old school comic feet, the diamond dagger feet and stuff like that. Like, I probably should not draw it like that, but I don't know. It's like, again, it's so far in the background that it's like, it's almost like, does it even really matter all that much, right? Like, okay, wow. But yeah, I was thinking about how to draw Narissa as a fan art. For those that don't know, Narissa Ravencroft from Hololive. I think that's my next Hololive fan art. And I was like thinking about how to draw her, and there's a part of me that was like considering drawing her more like Halloween themed, right? But I don't know right now, because that seems like it doesn't seem that interesting to me. Even though it's like she would definitely fall into the category of like, oh, that's like definitely the type of theme that works with her character quite well, right? I don't know if I want to do it. Like, maybe it's too obvious of a thing to do, so maybe it won't be that great, you know? I don't know. Or maybe I'm just overthinking things. Overthinking the heck out of a fan art. Now, this leg needs to move, because I've realized that I've given Miles the birthing hips. Like, I've like quite literally given him the birthing hips. So there we go. It's kind of messed things up a little bit when I moved it, because I'm using vector layers there, so it's like as I move it, it's getting all crunched up there, but I don't want Miles to have birthing hips. Because then that would mean that this is a totally different kind of fan art, and I don't think you guys want to see that right now. Okay, so they usually draw Spider-Man like this, right? But I'm not liking the way this is like. Let's draw the other leg a little bit more dynamic, right? So much work for background character, geez. Again, these are very old school comic book looking body parts and stuff like that, but I think that was like the whole point. Like I really wanted to get that at least with the background characters, right? Like I wanted to get that kind of appearance, right, for them. It's got the biggest foot in the world. Give him an ankle. Okay. Alright. I got this. Okay. Yeah, and I've been recently also trying to get into the Halloween mood by watching horror related stuff. Like the other day, though Mooney wasn't watching, because Mooney is not much into the horror movies, I actually tried to watch Mathregan, Megan 2.0. I actually watched it, and I was actually surprised at how much I liked the movie. But it was not a horror movie. Like that was the problem. I was expecting horror, and it was actually not a horror movie at all. And it should have been pretty obvious with the way that the trailer was done that it was not gonna be a horror movie. But I didn't listen. I was just like, whatever, you know. And yeah, I just ended up watching it and realizing. Not even like halfway, like maybe like a third of the way into the movie, I was like, this is the way that this movie was, like the pacing and all the other stuff about that movie just did not feel like the original at all. And yeah, what do you know? It was an action comedy type movie, sort of. Like, as weird as it is to say that. Okay, now let me get this right. Because I don't know how his costume actually looks. I know he has, like, the red spider part that turns into, like, a sort of arrow, right? So, like, it goes like this, I think it goes around his shoulder. So... and then it just kind of goes down, right? And then turns into the arrow. Right? Is that how his costume's like? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then, all the webbing is from the middle up here. And then he's got the red spider portion over here, which I will probably end up having to change this, the way this looks anyway, so. Because his spider has the long legs, right? Like it's got the Andrew Garfield looking stuff on it. Like where it's like, oh wait, okay. Oops. Yeah, I'll just color it in, and what I'll do is I will I'll change the color in the line art for this spider part. Whoops. And then it has the part that goes down like this. Okay, I think I got it. And then I'll draw the webbing that he's holding on to the same way I did this one. Actually, let me just do it now. Because I don't want to forget. Oh, I might actually have to change this a lot. Okay. Oops. Okay, so the way that I do the webbing is I just make a layer and I give the outline. I give the layer an outline. I'm actually not drawing the webbing with like it. I don't want to spend the mental like power to figure this out, so I'm there we go. Okay. But yeah, I tried to watch Megan 2.0 and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was, but I did enjoy it. It does have a message, strangely enough. It has like a weird message about surrounding like you know, the way that humanity is trying to deal with its AI stuff, right? So it does have like a message behind it, which is kind of okay. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's kind of like eh. Because of the type of movie it is, it's not gonna be the most in-depth, right? Like, it's just gonna be kind of okay. And actually, you know what? Let me do this now. Because so how do people normally draw Spider-Man's webbing on his costume, right? So there's actually, if you guys didn't know, there's actually a way to do it. if you guys were ever wondering how it's done. Um, Now, granted, this is not the only way to do it. I've seen other artists have other ways of doing it, but this is the way that they always kind of did it. Let's say, and they even Marvel themselves were kind of like all about this way of doing it, right? So you kind of start with the webbing, like basically emitting in radially out from the nose like this, and then it goes like what I used to do all the time. What was it? It was like 1 and then 2. That makes up this part, and then 1 going straight up, and then like this. So that's kind of how I used to always do the mask part, and then with the hands, it was always the little fingers like ribbed like this. Are you gonna include Spider Pig? Yeah, actually, so funny story. Mooney asked me if I was gonna include Spider Pig as well, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna draw Spider Ham like in the corner, and she was like, no, I'm not talking about that Spider Pig. She was actually talking about Spider Pig from The Simpsons. So I was just thinking, like, maybe I can draw Spider Pig walking up one of Dr. Octopus's arms, because Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig does, right? According to the song, anyway. So yeah, there's gonna be some Spider Pig here. He's gonna be somewhere there. There's another Spider. Oh, you don't know? Okay. So there's a clip from The Simpsons. You'll have to look it up on YouTube somewhere, right? But basically Homer Simpson has a pet pig, and he puts the pet pig into a Spider-Man costume. And he starts singing the old 70s Spider-Man theme song with it. But he's like, Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. It's like, it's kind of ridiculous. But you know, if you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. Let's see. That's the one I know of. Yeah. So the other one is an actual character from Marvel Comics named, and he appeared in the Spider-Verse movies from Sony. And his name was Spider Ham, the Peter Porker, the Amazing Spider Ham. And he is also an official Spider adjacent character. Yeah, see, the webbing always radiates out in a circular fashion. And you know, if you think of the top of the middle of his where his nose is as like the focal point, and then it goes downwards, and then it starts to go around the character and stuff like that. So if you've ever wondered how to draw the Spider-Man webbing, because you want to draw it for whatever reason and stuff like that, you know, like if you think of it this way, it makes it much easier. There, and then Now, why am I not drawing it, like, why am I just drawing it as straight lines here? It's because I'm gonna, when I put the line work in, is when I'm going to add the arches. So I'm not doing the arches just yet. Because I realized that when I was drawing Gwen, when I started putting in the arches a little bit early, it really messed up the way, the direction and stuff like that. So I'm saving that for later. But for Miles and Peter, it's okay to draw the webbing in now, because it's like their webbing is more the same, a similar color to the like black colored, or it can be part of the line art, where Spider Gwen's webbing is not actually part of the, it's a completely different color. It's like a little bit of a bluish white. So really, yeah. There is a Peter Porker, the Amazing Spider Ham. And again, he does appear in the Spider-Verse cartoon from Sony and stuff like that, right? Like it's he's actually one of the main characters in the first one. Or well, he's not really a main character. I should say he's more like a side character, but he does appear as part of the group that you know, the Save the Universe group, right? Like, so he is one of the main heroes of the story, and you know, like, he's kind of a fan favorite. Or maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe some people don't like bacon. I don't know. I don't know. But was he a part of the Animal Avengers? I don't think so. So there's other animal themed characters in Marvel Comics, right? Like, and they're all part of the Animal Avengers, like Frog Thor, right? And Lockjaw and all those other characters, right? And you know, like secretly when the Avengers are trying to save the world and stuff like that, there is a team of Animal Avengers secretly saving the world from whatever it is that they save the world from as well and stuff. But I'm not sure that Spider-Ham is actually a part of that team, because Spider-Ham is from a joke dimension, right? Like, he's literally from a dimension where cartoon characters have like cartoon powers, right? Like they break the fourth wall type of thing and stuff like that, right? Like so I don't know if Spider-Ham is actually a part of that Animal Avengers team. And again, you know, I'm being a little bit more sloppy with the art, the line art here for them in the background, because you know, they're gonna be like tiny, like in comparison to how big Gwen Stacy is gonna be. They are just gonna be the smallest thing in the world. So I don't think I necessarily have to stress out on the way they look, right? Now that I've said that, I'm like cleaning up some of it a little bit. Okay. Let's get my vector erase ready, just in case, because I think I will need it for here. So now I'm gonna draw the arches for the webbing. But, you know, like, the way that I kind of planned it out allows me to do this, right? Like, it's easier now that I have like a visual of where they need to go. So this is and again, you know, like, it doesn't need to follow it like so exact, right? Like, your sketch is the sketch. It's not gonna be, your sketch is not set in stone, so if you need to make changes on something in your sketch, go right ahead. It's okay. Yeah, and if you look at it, a lot of the other Spider-Man outfits from the movies and stuff like that, you'll notice too, like a lot of them actually have a very specific pattern for the webbing and stuff like that. Like, I guess because the costume designers have to have it make sense to them, right? Like, ultimately, because when you're trying to make put this together as a okay, so let's see. It's the other way from this side. So this is what I'm talking about. Like you gotta plan it out, because you gotta think about the direction of where everything goes. Otherwise, it just doesn't look like Spider-Man in a lot of ways. So, you know. And then this side is like the reverse of the other side. Okay. Am I doing it the right way? Let's see. Yes, yes. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, you gotta sometimes double check with the official costume references and things like that, or maybe a panel of the comic itself to see how they do it. I know that like Marvel used to have like these master references for each character. Like they had all the characters have like very specific things that you had to draw on them, or it wouldn't be the character. Like case in point, Mary Jane, you know, like if you were drawing Mary Jane, you would actually have to draw Mary Jane with her dimples. Like you would have to indicate like, okay, after like for example you draw her nose and stuff like that, right? And then like you draw her mouth and stuff like that, right? Then on the sides, like you would actually have to like indicate like a dimple there and stuff like that. And that's like how you would have to draw her, because that was like one of her defining features and stuff like that back then. I think it was the dimples on her face. I don't remember if it was exactly that, but I do recall that that was like a thing back in the day. Like when you would look in those those how to draw Marvel character resource books and stuff like that, right? Like they actually had these things like set. You had to follow the freaking um like the Bibles that they have, the character Bibles. And you know, like that wasn't such a bad idea, you know, like it actually, like I actually thought that that was a pretty good idea, because you know, like I think one of the things, especially with like anime fan art, right? Like when you're drawing like one of your favorite characters, like Hololive characters, right? Like Hololive YouTubers, I should say, right? Like one of the things that you have to do when you're drawing those characters is you have to get them to look like the character, right? Like by having familiar landmarks and things like that with those characters. So it's like, you know, having like a specific like art file that's just kind of like just shows you, okay, you have to have these things in order to draw this character is not a bad idea. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. but I don't think that they have anything like that as much. I don't know, like whoever actually works in the industry could probably answer that question at this point. I don't know if they actually have that anymore, um, as compared to what they used to have back then with stuff like that. So it'd be cool if they still did though. But again, it's not. Well, I kind of screwed that up a little bit. Yeah, it has to be much more rounded to make up this like inner section here. And then it just kind of goes around and around from there. And then I would remember that some of the artists back then would end up drawing like little mask details that were like I never understood what that was. It's like the shading where they would have the 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 streak marks that go around the mask, the top of the mask there and stuff like that. I never understood what that was. I actually don't know what the heck they were going for with that stuff, right? Maybe somebody can explain it to me. And then there's this part over here where the boot. There. Okay. So, again, there we go. Spider-Man with webbing. Yeah. Miles also has something similar, I think. Okay, his webbing is a little bit different. It still radiates outwards on his chest here, but it's like here. Like let's try to do this. And then it goes down. Okay. Yeah, I'm being much more careful with the way that I draw his webbing, because it's not really going to show up as much as everyone else's, because like he has the webbing there, and then he's got the little red parts where his fingers are, but that's it. Like the rest of his costume is kind of black colored and stuff like that. And I think his mask actually has a similar way of webbing that Peter's mask has. So let's just try to freehand it and then cry when I mess up. And his webbing is red on top of here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to lock this layer and then just change the color of it at the end. I mean, I could technically do that with hers, but I feel like because she's so much closer to the viewer that it needs to be a lot better in terms of like how it's done. So I'm gonna probably do that as a separate texture on top of the colored part. Okay, any other spider people are gonna be so far in the background that they could probably be painted in as a part of the background. So I think I can start adding colors to this thing. Okay. Let's just start doing that for now, and then we'll decide. Okay. Let's see. The night sky background. I probably shouldn't do the night sky portion first, but I almost feel like I should, because well, actually, no, the other way around. Whoops. Okay, this is not the exact color that I want that to be, so let's go. Let's just make it a solid color like that, purplish. Okay, I'm gonna take out some of the line art in the background and stuff like that. I'm gonna take out that, and then what I'm gonna do is selection. What I'm gonna do is make like a mega selection of everything, okay? Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. Damn it, Windows. So Windows is giving me the, oh, you're holding shift too long and stuff like that. So did you wanna do this or that with it? I'm like, no, I don't. All right, we'll do it this way then. We'll do it this way. Okay, this should be everything selected. I'm just going around and making sure that we have it all. Okay, one more thing I'm gonna do before I continue to. I gotta. So I've I experienced for the first time, like, my PC has problems, okay? I should probably fix those things. I know how to. I probably. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. It's because I have 64 gigs of RAM and it's DDR5 and I freaking decided, hey, I'll put all 4 sticks in there and it'll run just fine, right? Well, nope. Nope, it's never running fine. So that was a big mistake. It crashes my PC from time to time. So when I go to save, I actually have to save a duplicate of this because I I had this crash on me one time before, just one time. Close the damn windows. What windows? But yeah, like I had it crash on me one time and I lost the file and the progress that I had, and it was I had to go into the what was it? I had to go into the Clip Studio the directory to find the file, like a version of the file that I could continue to work on it. I almost lost the whole image. It was actually this one. It was actually this art that I almost lost the entire thing of. So yeah, that was not good. That was not good. So I gotta make sure that when I do like anything now, I have to save like a copy of it, and it's only specific to this PC. I should probably fix it by just removing that the extra 2 sticks of RAM that I put in there, but you know, I've just been kind of lazy about that. The trauma, you had to dig for it. Yeah, I had to really dig for that. I had to look it up and everything. Like, how do I get my files back? How do I do the, like I had to like really like struggle to get that back. That was crazy. Like so I don't want that to happen again. So okay. Okay. So why the heck did I do that, right? Um it basically selects a working area, and you could always create a selection from that area, right? So if you create a selection from that layer, see, now it only selects the characters that I want to, you know, paint on and stuff like that, right? So this allows me to not just fill in the colors on a gray like neutral color, but also like allows me to recreate the selection all the time, so that it makes it easier for me to only paint on top of the thing that I want to. That's why people do that. There's other reasons for it, but that's like the most prominent reason that I do it. So, you know, if you guys do it for a different reason, that's good for you, you know? That's good for you. Now, let's see. Costume light. I also, you know what? I also had to. Okay, guys. Like Mooney asked me. Mooney had asked me, why is she fighting Dr. Octopus without her mask on? Why is she so brazen as to fight this guy with no mask? She does not seem to care that everybody can see who she is in this image, right? Look. She's from another dimension, okay? She's from Earth 65. Nobody knows who she is here, okay? Okay. Granted, she looks just like the Gwen from regular you know, continuity, okay? Okay, I'm not gonna say that she doesn't, but okay, listen, she's not thinking about it, so you shouldn't either, okay? She's just fighting a supervillain without her mask on. It's, all of the Marvel Comics movies, they don't even have a mask on anyway. So you know, like we'll just leave it at that, okay? Okay? We're just gonna ignore the fact that she needs to keep her secret identity, okay? Okay, just to fill in some of the small gaps in the area that I might have missed. Oh, I just noticed something too. Gotta get rid of that. Selection familiar, create. You noticed something on your screen. What did you notice on your screen? It's a floating hat. Yeah. My ghostly floating hat for Halloween. I don't know why it's so off of the model there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's yeah. Don't worry about it. It's Halloween, okay? I got like a ghostly floating hat. Yeah. We're going with that. We're gonna run with that. We run with a lot of stuff here, okay? Not everything makes sense. Meanwhile, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Just gonna fill in all the solid flat colors. Oh shoot, what did I just do? Of course, I filled it in the wrong layer. Great job, Bard. Great job. Okay. Okay, I try to. We're gonna try that again. Okay, great. Okay. And then, there's a red color. I'm not gonna go fully saturated colors here, and I leave some of them a little bit less, dark, or rather, not less dark, geez, less, saturated. Yeah, saturated. Yeah, that's the word. And it's because, when you don't want to go all the way there. You don't want to go all the way there until later on and stuff. So, like, even with the red here, it's just a little bit less, Okay. Oh, and the inside of her hood is actually... Which means I had the wrong color right here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Then... After walking the dog, pick up some more of his pill pocket. Yeah, no problem. Doggo needs, Doggo's pill pockets, right? Yeah, see, even with the really dark part of her costume, I'm not going all the way to the deepest, darker color and stuff like that. I'm just leaving it a little bit less, dark. Oops. There we go. And then what is this? The light blue? The light blue of her dancing shoes. I think she traded in the dancing shoes for sneakers later on and stuff like that. But I want, again, I want to keep it um I want to keep it more accurate to the costume that everybody first saw her in. Okay, time. Time for this. Oh, wait. Okay, okay. I see what's going on here. Whoa. Okay. The white part is underneath, so well, not that. So the white part is here underneath the costume. Then the red part is over here in this little dip right there. Right? Oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. And then this part. But yeah, I have no like no alerts or anything on YouTube. I don't even have like I know there's a way to fix that and stuff like that, but I you know like I don't know how to just yet, and I think I'm okay with things as they are for now. I'll fix that when I need to, right? Like for now, it doesn't seem like I really need to do anything. And I'm just coloring in everything, even though I don't really need to for certain parts, just because like I don't want any gaps, like just in case. I don't want any possible gaps to happen or form because I like forgot to color in certain parts. So because you really never know, like sometimes like the color that you have underneath, you didn't put any colors underneath it, and then like you go around your finished image and it's like, oh shoot, there's like a huge gap right there. So okay, skin, hair. kind of a neat trick that you can do with the paint bucket where you hold it down on the canvas and then just drag it over certain parts and it'll fill in. It's not perfect though. Like, it's gonna leave a lot of gaps, and I could already see that it is, so... You know. Oops. Oh, forgot like one bit of skin there. We'll have to fill that in a second. I just finished doing hair. Yeah, the hair is gonna take... So I can't cheat with the paint bucket or any of these other types of tricks with the hair. I'm just gonna have to color it in by hand. Oops. Am I not? Oh. Maybe I could get away with it from there, you know? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I could. It's fine. And then do that, and then fill this in. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's do some of the facial features. And again, you know, like, I'm taking a massive liberties with some of this, right? Like, it is a more anime looking version of Spider Gwen for sure. I'm taking a lot of liberties with the design here, actually. Not just the design, right? Like lots of stuff here. Because I kind of wanted it to be like, um, because I'm never gonna have that all the way like hyper realistic Western comic style. It's just not like what I like to do. But maybe if I, you know, if I do some things, right? Well, maybe not so much like that, right? I'm like totally hitting my mic. I can't avoid doing that. Okay, and then... Okay, it seems like everybody has the consensus that she is blue-eyed. So let's give her that for now. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay. Now let's fill in some of the characters in the background. Oh, this is why I shouldn't have done. I should have done the webbing as a separate line art. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, and I forgot one finger. I forgot to line art one finger too. See, the reason this is going to be a pain in the butt is because with the way that this was done, it's going to have gaps somewhere. So I'm going to have to figure out where those gaps are and fill them in. And I forgot to put the webbing on one of the fingers too. That's kind of funny. Actually, I forgot the webbing on a couple of places now that I'm looking at it in color. Okay, let's fill it in. Let's fill it in. We got some time. Let's fill it in. Yeah, see, when I zoom in, I could see where some of those gaps are. So, yeah, I tried to avoid this, but I just completely forgot that if I put the line art for the webbing first, then I end up with this problem where when you try to fill in the colors, you don't get everything. And there's all these little tiny gaps that appear all over the place. Which is not the biggest deal because, like, the image itself is on a very dark background, so you're not going to notice it as much, especially on characters as small as how I drew Spider-Man and Miles back here. Other Spider-Man, I should say. But, you know, just because most people won't notice doesn't mean I won't notice. Gonna bug me forever. Oh, and you guys are probably wondering why I don't have a playlist up, like I usually do. Because I don't want to get DMCA striked. That's why. Fortunately, with this setup, I'm unable to separate the audio enough. So, you know, like, unfortunately, that does mean that our streams are a little bit on the quiet side, going forward. But you guys can turn on your own music, or you guys can continue to listen to this wonderful BGM by Sakura Girl, whose music is actually pretty. I gotta put their credits in the description too, so I'm gonna have to get right on that once stream ends. But yeah, I use actually a couple of their background songs and stuff like that, and I think I just put this in the wrong place, didn't I? I did in some way. I did. Okay. I was on the wrong layer. Oh no. Okay, and then Spider-Man's blue. They he's gone through a couple of different types of blue in the past. We'll just go with a more comics looking blue. That's way too... That's way too saturated color. So we're gonna pull it back a little bit. And then... let's grab that color. Bam. Now we got a Spider-Man. So Miles is a little bit different. It's kind of funny, but it's a little bit easier to... You know what? Here, let me just do this. Let me not... And then... And then we're gonna have to change all the webbing color, but that's fine, that's fine. It's okay. I think I did it like this, right? Oops. Holy crap. Oops. Eraser too big. And then red here, red here. And then, what is it? Dr. Octopus arms. I'll fix that in a bit. Dr. Octopus. And then I just realized over here there's like a patch of this gray that doesn't need to be there. Okay, okay. Let's just do some of the line work right now, and then we'll see where we go from there. But here we go. By line work, I meant we're gonna do some of the line colors, right? So Miles has red. I'm trying to be careful of where the color goes, because not all of the line art here is his webbing, right? So I really should have done the line work for his webbing as a separate layer entirely, to avoid having to do stuff like this. It's okay. You kind of sometimes you mess up, and then you know, like it's not like you can't fix it. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. Oh, I just realized too where some of the red ends over there on his mask actually, not his mask, on his shoulder. It shouldn't be ending right there. Should actually keep going, so. And then some of this. Should not be there. Cool. Alright. And now, one more thing. I've already got like a gazillion layers on this thing. Holy crap. The webbing. Let's see. Spider Gwen's webbing. Oh shoot, hold on. Not the right type of layer. I gotta do it as a vector layer because I want it to be resizable so that I don't ever have to worry about it later on. Okay. Is that the direction that I should be going? It's so hard to see sometimes. It's down? Yes. Okay. Okay. And then she's got like the that armpit part there. I wonder what it actually looks like. Oh, okay. I see. I see. All right. All right. So it just kind of goes with that, and then yeah, I would highly suggest anybody that wants to do the Spider-Man webbing to do the sketch and outline like where, like the direction and all that other stuff, like the which where to actually um do it, because the way that I'm doing it, I'm kind of winging it, right? My worry when I wing it like this is when I zoom out and I look at it, is it all gonna be in a direction that makes sense? Is it all gonna actually also go in a direction that reinforces like the volume of her muscle there and stuff like that, right? Like, so sometimes that's the hard part. That's actually sometimes the part that I worry about when I do this. So hmm. Yeah, see, it's like I can already kind of tell it's starting to do the thing that I don't want it to do, where it's not quite curling along the muscle there. maybe it is. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, it is. It is. The way that I did it, it's like it's fanning out from the middle here, so it's doing the thing I want it to do, like ultimately. Okay. All right. All right. Sorry, sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, ah, it's bugging me. I gotta fix it. Okay. Let's see. Webbing. Okay, and then the inside of the mask. That's right. I mean, not the mask. The hoodie. There's webbing in there too, and then it's that webbing comes outwards. So it's like, oops. The pumpkin ravioli from Trader Joe's is pretty good. Oh yeah, you're having that right now? I will fully admit that I have access to a Trader Joe's. I have not gone. I have not gone to them for anything before. I don't usually shop there. But I heard from people I always hear from people that it's pretty good. Like they got some good stuff. Yeah, damn. Maybe I should give it a shot, you know? Okay. Now, let's bring back the line art for the background stuff. The background buildings. So there's like buildings in the background here. You really can't see them, right? Like, let me actually just make like a darker color. I'll put them inside of a darker color for the time being. So at the very least, well, not a darker color, maybe a lighter color, like a lighter gray of some sort, right? So that at least they are existing. So there's the buildings, right? And then, oh shoot, I gotta, where did I put it in the sketch? Oh, okay, okay, great. All right. So the moon. The moon. The meat I get from my butcher, but for everything else, there is good. Nice, you know? Okay. Okay, so there's a moon there, and then there's gonna be like uh clouds that circle, so they irradiate out of it in a circular pattern, coming downwards towards where they are all fighting. And yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's save. Let's save. Let's hit save. Okay. And then let's save duplicate here just in case. And yeah, I think this is about as far as we're gonna go for tonight, you know? Um we made pretty good progress actually. I have the the shading um like in my sketch portion of this, right? Like, so the sketch actually has where the shading and the lighting is going to come from. There's probably going to be like rim lighting that's coming from the moon up top, and then everything on the lower end of this is going to start getting darker and darker, like towards where her arm is foreshortened towards us, right? So it's kind of like that's kind of where we're going with this. Like, let me see if I can bring this all the way to the top and stuff like that. So like if you were to see, like, you know, that's where the sketch was and stuff like that, so you can kind of see actually some of it, like where everything, like when you do this with it, you kind of see where it's going. Let's take the grain out and stuff like that, right? Like if we do like what, an overlay layer, I guess, maybe, or something like that, or not really an overlay layer, like hue. Okay, whatever. It's not doing the thing that I thought it was gonna do, okay? But you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it when you have the layer there and stuff like that. Like, you can kind of see where the lighting is gonna be going with this, and the end result of the coloring. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I kind of, you know, I kind of like it. This is a lot more saturated though than it's gonna be. Like, but it's because we don't have the shading in there. So yeah, here, let's just hit save once more. But yeah, like let me see. Okay, so just a couple of announcements today. Like, was my test stream for, doing this also on the red square with the white triangle. Okay, so today was my test for that and stuff. It seems to have gone. I'm gonna probably be doing this from now on because I need a place to archive everything that will stay, like just stay, right? Like, I know I could have done that before, but I was just like kind of lazy about actually doing it. So that's why. Tomorrow we're just gonna continue with this image, right? We're gonna get real, like, much further into the arting and coloring, the shading and the lighting for this one, because again, like you saw before, I have it figured out. It's just that I like now I've got to apply it to this image and stuff like that. And like, I think the line art came out pretty good this time for this one, like, and we've even got Spidey there and Miles there. And when I go to color the the buildings in the background and stuff like that. Like I have to add windows to them anyway. So when I go to color the buildings in more completely, maybe I'll have like Spider Ham and Penny on one of the rooftops there, or maybe Spider Ham fell. Maybe the Spider Ham fell into off the building. I don't know. Like it'll be kind of fun. And you know, like it didn't start out as a like, you know, Into the Spider-Verse type of thing, but like the more I drew it, the more I was like, you know what, it's okay. And yes, Gwen doesn't have her mask on. Why is that? Who knows? Maybe tonight she felt like she didn't want her mask on. Okay, guys. Okay, we can accept the fact that sometimes she just does not want her mask on. Okay. But anyway, here we go. Here we go. I am going to now. Let's see who is on right now. Ooh, unboxing Labubu's. What? We're gonna unbox Labubu's. What? Who else is on right now? Oh, there's more arting going on with let's see. But where should we go? Where should we go? But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to continue doing this artwork. You know, we're gonna try to get it more complete. My aim is to get this one complete like ASAP, right? And then I'm gonna be working on a certain birthday image, as well as trying to do an image of Nerissa Ravencroft. So, you know, it's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be good, you know. But let's see. Who are we gonna go into? You know what? It's been a minute. Let's go. Guys. We're gonna go pay a visit to another artist. And yeah, good night. You know, here, if you guys are sticking around for the raid, say so, and definitely not the January Bard raid. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Around 6:30 Eastern time. We're gonna go and we're gonna do more of this image, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care, guys.